This isn't just a lawsuit, this is a full-blown attack on hip-hop's soul. What Drake is doing right now could end everything we love about this culture, from diss tracks to commentary to the raw freedom to speak your truth. If he wins, it won't just silence Kendrick, it could shut down the entire voice of the genre, and nobody's ready for what comes next. This isn't about money, it never was. Drake's lawsuit isn't just a petty clapback at Not Like Us, it's the beginning of something way darker, a blueprint for silencing the entire culture. What started as a diss track response has now turned into Drake literally trying to drag hip-hop into a courtroom and make expression illegal. And the scariest part, it's working. Labels are panicking, creators are getting takedown notices, artists are being told to shut up or risk it all. We're not just watching Drake defend his name, we're watching him try to rewrite the rules of rap itself. And if he pulls this off, that freedom Kendrick used to drop Not Like Us, that power Pusha T had to say what he really felt, that all disappears forever. This is no longer about ego or beef. This is about a superstar with too much reach and way too little respect for the art form that built him. And if nobody steps in to stop it, Drake's lawsuit could become the end of everything hip-hop stands for. This isn't just about Drake being sensitive. This is about the entire industry shifting out of fear. What used to be a genre built on calling out injustice, beefing on wax, and speaking uncomfortable truths is now being smothered by legal threats and corporate silence. Drake's move isn't isolated. It's becoming a warning shot to every artist, journalist, YouTuber, and fan who might dare to speak freely. Labels are already reacting. Some are pulling releases, some are ghosting creators, some are tightening contracts just in case their artists say too much. All because one rapper didn't like the way he was portrayed in a song. Think about that. This lawsuit could make it illegal to tell the truth if the truth offends someone powerful. And if that happens, we're not just losing Kendrick's right to diss, we're losing your right to talk about it, my right to cover it, everybody's right to participate in the conversation that makes hip-hop so alive. This is a chilling moment, and if you're not scared yet, you're not paying attention. If you made it this far, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, because the more people who know what's going on, the harder it is for them to shut us up. Now let's get into it. We're already seeing the effects of what people are calling the Drake rule, an unspoken industry shift, where anything that even slightly opposes Drake's image gets shut down. Pusha T, silenced. Kendrick, blocked. Creators, getting flagged and taken down without warning. And you might think, well, that's just big label politics. No, this is systemic now. Labels are treating offending Drake like a legal liability. You don't even have to name him. Just being associated with anti-Drake commentary is enough to get blackballed or buried. This is censorship in real time. And what's terrifying is that it's not even coming from a court ruling yet, just fear. Drake hasn't won anything, but he's already won the silence. And if that's what's happening now, before a verdict, imagine the fallout if he actually wins. We're not just watching a rap beef unfold, we're watching the culture be reprogrammed in real time. Welcome to the era of the Drake rule, a time where saying the wrong thing about the wrong artist might cost you your platform, your paycheck, or your voice. And it's not hypothetical anymore. It's happening right now. Labels are pulling songs, creators are being targeted, even platinum rappers like Pusha T and Kendrick are feeling the heat. Why? Because Drake isn't suing for money, he's suing to send a message. Say something I don't like and I'll make sure you regret it. And it's working. The fear is real. Behind the scenes, executives are tightening control over releases, not to protect the genre, but to protect Drake's image. That's why we're seeing bizarre industry moves like attempts to shelve music from Kendrick, even when he's the biggest artist on the planet. This isn't just censorship, it's cowardice, dressed up in legal paperwork, and it proves that even rap legends aren't safe when ego becomes law. The Drake rule is now the unofficial policy of every major label trying to dodge risk, and if we let this slide, hip-hop loses its voice permanently. If you thought this lawsuit would only hit underground rappers or blog pages, think again. Even artists at the very top like Kendrick Lamar and Pusha T are getting caught in the blast radius of Drake's ego. That's how bad it is. Pusha T, one of the most respected lyricists in the game, had to cough up a 7-figure sum just to clear the way for his new music because of this lawsuit. And Kendrick? He's the biggest rapper in the world right now. Stadiums sold out, merch flying, every song an event, and yet even he faced pressure from the label to pull back. Why? All to avoid drama with Drake. That's how deep this fear runs. These aren't nobodies, they're hip-hop giants. And the fact that labels are hesitating, even for them, shows just how twisted the power dynamics have become. This isn't normal. This is a coordinated clampdown designed to protect one brand, not the culture. When platinum rappers are being silenced, what chance do independent creators have? The walls are closing in, and if Kendrick and Pusha T can't move freely, nobody can. This isn't just a music issue anymore, it's a creator crisis. While everyone's watching Kendrick and Drake, something even sneakier is happening. Independent hip-hop creators are being silenced. Entire YouTube channels, gone. Videos taken down, posts shadow banned, and guess who's behind the pressure? The same labels entangled in Drake's lawsuit. They're not just targeting songs, they're coming for opinions. The same voices that kept hip-hop alive during dry spells, who documented beefs, who celebrated the culture when nobody else would. Those are the people being hit with takedowns and legal threats. For talking. That's it. No leaks, no stolen tracks, just analysis, commentary, jokes, and it's being treated like a crime. If you're not scared yet, you should be, because if this continues, it's not just rap music that gets quieter, it's the whole community, the fans, the journalists, the voices that make hip-hop more than just music. This is how censorship creeps in. Not with a bang, but with a copyright claim. And if the people don't push back now, the next generation might not even know what real freedom of speech in hip-hop used to sound like. At the center of all this chaos is one thing: Drake's ego. This lawsuit was never about justice. It's about a superstar, so rattled by criticism, so obsessed with controlling the narrative that he's willing to nuke the culture just to protect his feelings. And somehow, the industry is letting him do it. Because when one artist's insecurity becomes the guiding principle for labels, creators, and executives, you no longer have an art form, you have a PR machine. Drake isn't fighting for truth. He's fighting to silence it. Every move he's made, every threat, every legal claim is rooted in the idea that no one should be allowed to say something he doesn't like. That's not hip-hop, that's tyranny. And the worst part, his success has made others believe it's possible. You've got labels cowering, rappers ducking, creators deleting, all because one man can't take a diss. When did the game get this soft? When did expression become optional? If Drake's ego keeps winning, then the freedom that made this culture legendary might be gone for good. And no artist, no matter how big, is safe in a world where critique equals cancellation. Have you noticed how quiet hip-hop's been lately? That's not burnout, that's fear. Since this lawsuit exploded, and Kendrick raised the bar with Not Like Us, most rappers have gone completely silent. No bold drops, no sharp verses, just retreat. Because now they know if they say the wrong thing, drop the wrong line, or even stand too close to someone Drake doesn't like, they could get caught in the crossfire. And let's be real, these aren't fearless MCs anymore. These are brand managers with mics. Labels don't want risk, rappers don't want smoke, everyone's waiting for someone else to move first. Meanwhile, Kendrick keeps leveling up, and the rest either flopping with safe albums or vanishing entirely. That's what happens when fear becomes the foundation. You get silence, you get mediocrity, and the wildest part, the same people who thrived during Drake's peak are now blaming Kendrick for ruining rap because he made fans care about lyrics again. No, Kendrick didn't ruin hip-hop, he ruined the scam. And now that fans are finally demanding substance, these dudes don't know what to do, so they hide. Let's call it what it is. Kendrick Lamar ended the grift. For years, the rap game was stuck in a loop. Copy-paste albums, 5 recycled features, the same tired beats, and 0 effort. And it worked, until Kendrick stepped in and reminded everyone what real rap sounds like. Suddenly, listeners wanted bars again, wanted depth, wanted meaning, and the rappers who coasted off vibes and playlist placements cooked. That's why they hate him, not because of some beef, not even because he dissed Drake. They hate Kendrick because he forced them to try, and they weren't ready. Now you've got dudes throwing tantrums in interviews, ducking questions, or throwing shade about how rap ain't fun no more. Translation: Kendrick ruined our lazy formula. From Young Thug to Lil Baby to the OVO circle, the message is loud. They missed the days when nobody cared what they said, but those days are done. Kendrick flipped the game upside down, and now the pressure's on. That's why the industry feels frozen. They're not just afraid of Drake's lawsuit, they're terrified of Kendrick's standard. And deep down, they all know they can't reach it. We're not just watching a beef, we're watching the culture shift, and maybe not for the better. If Drake wins this lawsuit, even slightly, the ripple effect will be permanent. The message to the next generation will be clear. Don't speak out, don't challenge power, don't diss the wrong person, or else. And that's terrifying. Hip-hop was built on rebellion, on truth-telling, on fearless expression from people who had nothing but their voice. If that gets replaced with silence and contracts and legal threats, then what's left? A polished shell, a genre that used to shake the world, reduced to corporate playlists and sanitized verses. And if Kendrick, the most fearless artist of our era, is getting pushback even at his peak, what happens when a new artist tries to speak up? Will they even be allowed to? This is the fight, not just Kendrick versus Drake, not just labels versus creators. This is about whether hip-hop keeps its soul or sells it to the highest bidder. Because if Drake gets his way, we're not just losing one case. We're losing the right to create, to question, to push the culture forward, and we may never get it back. What Drake started as a personal lawsuit has spiraled into something way more dangerous, a direct threat to hip-hop's voice. From the biggest names like Kendrick and Pusha T to the independent creators and everyday fans, this fight touches everyone. It's not about picking sides anymore. It's about standing up for what makes this culture real: freedom, expression, and the right to speak truth without fear. Because if this lawsuit becomes the blueprint, hip-hop won't just change, it'll die slowly, behind red tape and PR silence. So whether you're a rapper, a fan, or just someone who loves this culture, you should care, because once freedom is gone, it doesn't come back easy. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think this lawsuit is setting a dangerous precedent? Or is it just another industry stunt? Be sure to leave a like and subscribe so more people hear what's really going on. And if you made it this far, you already know, this moment might define the next decade of hip-hop.